Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to OSPROV. I'm Jules Yahya. Going to teach you today to continue our tutorial on PHP Laravel. So, how are you? I hope you guys doing fine today, ladies and gentlemen. So now it's lunch hour. I'm changing the schedule for this tutorial a bit because I have something at 5, so I make it earlier at noon. So we're going to learn about today's topic is web programming on looping. So today I'm going to teach you on how you can use loops. Looping is a way where you can do repetitive tasks in an easy to use way. Alright, so let's move on to the program. If you haven't followed this page, please follow to get notification when we go live. And also, please like, share, comment in this tutorial. Okay, alright, so let's move on. So we're going to learn about looping. What is loops? Okay, let me just clear this a bit. Eraser. Okay, eraser. Clear canvas. Right. Sorry about the mess. Okay, so example, let's say you want to do something like this. You want to print. Okay, let me choose the pen first. Okay, let's say you want to print. Hi Afirul, thank you for liking the stream. Can you hear me clearly? If there's any technical difficulties, do let me know. Okay, print for example. Okay, I want to print a number. I want to print 1, and I want to print 2. I want to print 3, print 4. Okay, you can see that this is kind of repetitive. Maybe if there's a better way on how you can do this, you can simplify things. Here you have 4 lines. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of code. Let's say assuming you want to print to 10. Print to 10. Print. Okay, here I just put dot. So you want to print to 10. So you're going to have a minimum. You're going to have about 10 lines. That's quite a lot. So to simplify things, you can do looping. So usually in a programming language, you can loop this thing into, for example, okay, I equals to 0, I less than 10, less or equal, and then here is I plus plus. Okay, I just show you how we can construct this first. Okay, and then I can just print string I. Okay, what happens here? Okay, here you only have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of code to simulate this kind of repetitive coding. So that's quite a lot. Meaning that you can make it more efficient. You can make your code more efficient. So let's look at in this example we have a for loop. Okay, let's look at the for loop example. Okay, you can see that I start the counter from 0. Okay, and then let me print I plus 1. Okay, and then here it will check. Here is the condition. This is the starting condition. Starting condition. Okay, it will check whether this number, for example 0. Now I variable is 0. If 0 is less than 10, okay, this is still true. Then it will still run whatever statement inside the between these braces. So here it will print I plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. So it will do this one. It will execute this first. Okay, and then you have another column here. Here is where you're going to do something to the initial condition. So in this case, when we put I plus plus, meaning that we increment it by 1. Increment by 1. Okay, so after this, the loop already end, it will repeat back. So now, because we already increment I plus equals to 1. So here, instead of 0, it is now the initial condition is 1. So you check for 1 is still less than 10. Okay, and then it will run this, execute this. In this case, it's going to be I is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So it's going to execute this second line. And vice versa. So until it's no longer less than 1, then it will terminate this loop. This is what we call the termination condition. Terminate meaning that now the loop will stop lah. Okay, in the case that you didn't check for this properly, the condition, then your loops will become what we call infinite loop. So this is a common problem in programming, where sometimes you have this infinite loop, and sometimes when you have an infinite loop condition, what will happen is that, okay, let me clear first. Okay, oops. Okay, what will happen is that, let's say you have a statement here. Okay, for I equals 0, and then here you just put true. I equals to I plus plus. Okay, you increment this. Okay, and then you put something here. Maybe you store a value. Let's say we have a variable here, my var equals to var my. Let's say you just add it with a ridiculous number, or you just push the variable into itself. So let's say you run this for a few times. So what happens? This is assuming this is your memory, your computer memory. Okay, eventually it will be like this. Let's say you start with a very small amount. Let's say 100, maybe 1 meg. Okay, it will steadily increase until you have what the condition that we call OOM, out of memory. So this is what happens because this will be going to be executed many times until there's no longer memory. All your memory has been consumed by this program lah. So the point is, be very careful on infinite loops. Be very careful on infinite loops. Okay, so let's start programming using PHP. So let me open my text editor. I'm using Sublime. Right. Okay, so let's implement our theory that we just learned just now. Okay, let's use for loop. String I plus plus. Okay. Now we just want to print the value I. Okay, maybe we make it. We put a return line, so at least it will display nicer. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, let me run my console first. Okay, hold on. Okay, where's the folder? Okay, so let's run the program. PHP test.php. Yeah, so this is as expected. It runs. It look so first value is 0. Okay, and then it will run this print 0, and then it will check for this condition whether whether it's running or not, and then it will increment it. So that's why we have 0 and not 1. So meaning that it will run this first. This is the first initial condition assignment, and then it will check, and then it will run first, and then only it will increment it. So to display 1 2 3, then we just put example here. We just put +1. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, 7 8 9 10. Okay, so this is the expected behavior. Okay, when we do this kind of looping, we can also, okay, let me just check whether this is still possible. Okay, let me just increment like this. Okay, it's possible. Okay, here meaning that it will increment first before assigning. So there's some technique you can use, but in this case just use the normal one. Or maybe you can okay, if you want, instead of the one that I did is +1, so you can just start with 1, and then here instead of 10, maybe you put equals to 10 yeah, so still same condition. Alright, so far so good. Okay, this is one way of doing loops. Okay, we have another one which is using a do loop, do and while. So let me just check the reference, because I can't actually remember this one. I usually hardly use this one. Do while loop. So this is the name, do while loop PHP. Okay, so let's look at the official documentation. Okay, so something like this, do while. Okay, the way the do while structure is is slightly different. Do while do. Okay, why it is different is because, okay, here you have like the initial condition, the terminating condition, and then what you're going to do. So here you have to do it what we call manually. Okay, this one is do while. Okay, oh, they have another one which is the while loop. Sorry, yeah, we start with the while first. Okay, while expression, and then it will terminate. So okay, yeah, so let's explore the while first. Okay, while whatever condition here. So let's say in this case I make it, okay, here, then this loop will be running. So of course we need to put like an initial condition, so I have to put here. Okay, and then okay, I print I, and then here I will put I++, because I have to increment that so that this loop will be terminated. If I don't put this line, okay, never mind, we run this first. Yeah, same, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, I forgot to put the carriage return. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Yeah. What? Okay. This is as per expected behavior. So you can see that this line, the one that this code that we did, is actually equivalent to the one above here. Okay, but here be careful to make sure that you don't put infinite loop. So this is okay. When you use for loop here, chances to be in an infinite loop is like lesser lah, because you already have this terminating condition. But in the while, you have to this is the condition, but it cannot terminate if you don't have this line where you increment the variable until it's more bigger than 10 lah. So let's say I comment this one. What will happen now? This will become an infinite loop. So this is an infinite loop. So let's run. So it's never ending. So you have to hit Ctrl C or whatever process that you need to do. Okay, alright. So let's move on. This is an example of a while loop. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, in a while loop, you also have the option. I think you can use. Yeah, let's try. Okay, let me make a condition here. If I is equal to, for example, okay, let's say I want to terminate this halfway. I think I can use break. I think so. Let me just check. Okay, let's run. Yeah. Okay, so you if you want to break this loop prematurely, meaning that you do not want to wait for this condition to become true, you can actually put a break inside. So in this case, I break halfway when I is already equal to 5. I want to break from the loop. So you can also do that. So you might have another variable instead of I here. You might have something else that you look in when you look into the condition. So you can use break to terminate the condition. Okay. Alright. So next, what else? For loop, while loop. Okay. Let's try the do loop. Okay, the difference between a do loop and a while loop is that the condition is at the bottom. So here it will just run whatever inside here. So in this case, let me okay, here also I put the condition. Okay, the difference is in the while loop, it will check the condition on the subsequent, meaning that it will check at the beginning, while here it will check at the end. So in this case, let me do string I plus plus. Okay, so I, this one I just need to do I equals to to less than 10. Here I put I is equal or equal 10, so already terminate the program. So let's run. Let's test. Sorry. Okay, I haven't saved it. Sorry. Run. Syntax error. Okay, let me just check. Do we need to? Oh, okay, I have to put. Let me check. Do while. Yeah. Okay, I still have to put the terminating semicolon. Okay, let's run. Okay. One. Okay, it only. Okay, it stopped. Okay, sorry. I have to put until 11. Okay. Yeah. So it checks. So meaning that after this, it will execute here and then it will already terminate terminate it based on this condition lah, meaning that then it will continue to the next line lah. If not, it will go looping lah. So there's a slight difference lah. So if you look at the manual here, okay, very similar, except the truth expression is checked at the end of each iteration. So that's the difference lah. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so that's I think that this is one of the common loops that we have. Okay, but this is what we call in, let me clear first. Okay, that is what we call iterative. We are doing this iteratively. Oh, sorry. Okay, what does it mean by iterative? Iterative. Okay, iterative meaning that you when you do the loop, it will follow step by step, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the way that the program will be executed lah. So executed sequentially. That what it means, step by step lah, sequentially. Okay, it will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we look at our codes, it will go, sorry, not this one. Yeah, it will go 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this case, okay, let's take an example. Okay, let me just use one example. Okay, I have an array. Let's say my numbers, or just put numbers lah. Let's say I have this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we learn about arrays. Arrays, you can contain a sequence of data. Okay. Okay, if we want to display the number, so we can just use like this. We have length. Let me check array length. Okay, array length PHP. We can use which function? Oh, we can just use count. Okay, so let's just use count. Sorry. Okay, what it means is that as long as I is less than the number of elements inside numbers, then we will loop. Okay, let's try print string numbers. Okay, we have to, this is how we access the element in the array, by the index lah. So here start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we start with 0. So we're going to print until 5 lah. So let's run. Yeah, we got all the numbers. Okay, let me put some, maybe some space. Okay, let's run. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if I want to, let's say I want to display this as plus 1, so I can have something like this. Yeah, so now the number is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just did a simple operation. Okay, this is in this paradigm we are using this iteratively, but okay, because of big data and all the other new technology, okay, we want to sometimes do this in parallel. Okay, so they change the way that the paradigm of doing codes. So now instead of using something like the iterative concept, they do it differently. They do it what we call, okay, they do it functionally. Okay, so instead of let's say you have okay, just let me just show on in the code lah. So to explain what's the difference in the iterative and functionally. Okay, just let's look at our codes. Alright, so okay, this is iteratively. Okay, we have another option where we can actually do it we're going to do it functionally. So functionally is a bit different. So in this case, okay, we have another function that we can use. This one called, let's search. Yeah, here array. Okay, we can use. Let me see whether they have it. Each map. Okay. For each. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, no, this is for each is something like functional, but a bit slightly different. So instead of, okay, let's say we use for each. Okay, the loop is going to be slightly different. So we're going to have something like for each string numbers as number. We just want to print number. Okay, and yeah, let's do. Okay, so this, you can see that this one is more readable. You can look at here. You have to do all the. You have to maintain the index, everything. Here is just say that I'm going to go inside each of this array, and then we'll get each element as number, and then this one, it will print whatever value we under here as here, and then yeah, let's run. Let's see what's the code like. Yeah, so you have, okay, maybe I print here so we can see the slightly difference. Print. Yeah, okay. So to achieve something like what we did previously, just +1. Just do something like this. I like to use these braces so it will be prioritized so at least you know lah. But I think if you don't do it, still okay. But make it a practice. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is still iteratively because you can see that it is running in sequence. Okay, but functionally, okay, when you do functional programming, you do it in parallel and you don't really care about what we call whether it is executed sequential lah, meaning that you don't care. So let's okay, there's this function called array map. Let's choose one. Array map. Let's search array map. Okay, yeah. So it is going to use a function and then the name of the array. Okay, and then it will do something. So let's try. Okay, for array, yeah, I'm going to create a function. This is the number. Okay, and then I'm using numbers. Okay. Okay, what will happen is let me check. Okay, I think I can still use this. Let's say I'm number +1. Okay, let's run. the value is still the same, but here what happens when I use a map function. Let's say I don't do a print. I'm okay here. It's it looks like sequential, but actually it's not that sequential, because when you have other languages, like for example JavaScript, then this order is not what we call, it's not fixed. It might be 4 5 6 3 4 3 2 when you do this, because it will try to run this in parallel, but because this one is running PHP, so this one might be slightly sequential. But in theory, when you do this one is like functional programming. So when you use a functional programming, the order is actually not determined. So usually when we do mapping for this function, usually you assign it to a value. So example, let me put it back, new numbers. Okay, you assign it, and then here usually what you do is you do something like this. You use the return. So you return the new value, and it will be assigned to this array. So if I print back this new array, it will be a different value. So let me try. Yeah, I can use vardam, so to see the value. Okay, let's just check. Yeah, so you can see that it's array. Now the value is 2 3 4 5 6. So if I vardam the original numbers, sorry, not var, wrong function. Yeah. So the original one is 1 2 3 4 5. But then I already modify it using the map function here. Modify it into 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, in Laravel, okay, they have this function slightly different. The way that do this is a bit different. Okay, you can go to yeah, let me just check with, yeah, here. It is called under collection. Okay, you can see that yeah, in Laravel, okay, they have collection, yeah, base collection, sorry, yeah. Okay, you have all this function. Okay, you also have, like for example, okay, map. Okay, yeah, instead of I'm using, like here I'm using the PHP array map function, but in Laravel, let's say you have a collection here. You can think collection of something like array, but slightly complex. You can have many objects inside here. Okay, collection, and then you can see that here I'm using a map, and then I put a function that I'm going to use to do whatever value lah. So you can see that here when I run this, when I do this one is like I'm doing a multiplication by 2. So originally it's 1 2 3 4 5 6. When you run back, you want to see the value, it becomes 2 4 6 8 and 10. So this is an example of map. And then in here for the collection, you also have each. I think they have this each iterator. Where's the each? Yeah, each method iterates. So this one is similar to this one lah. This iterator for each. But now yeah, you have a collection, and then you access this function by using each and whatever the function lah. Okay, so Laravel they change this slightly different from the standard the what we call basic PHP lah. So that's a slight difference. Okay, do you guys have any question? If not, this concludes our tutorial. Thank you for watching. Okay, tomorrow we will learn a new topic. I can't remember what lah. I think maybe we're going to start on PHP Laravel, starting our new project lah. If not, maybe if I have another stuff to cover in the basic programming, then maybe I will cover it lah. But right now, I think the building blocks for doing a program is complete. We learn about variables. Okay, in variable we learn about array and all that, the data structure. We learn about if statement, the conditional, the logic, and then we learn about looping. So I think from these three basics thing, you can do a lot of things. You can now create many beautiful stuff using just these three logic. So this is the main core in whatever programming language you choose, whether Python, PHP, Java, JavaScript, Scala, Haskell, whatever lah you have. So this is the basic things that you need to master lah. So if you still don't understand these three concepts, please review back our video. You can check in our page at facebook.com/osprovsoftware. You can check on that. Review back our video just to really understand this core functionality, including the extra things that I teach. For example, like functional programming using map, and then using each for each. So try to really understand, and then of course, if you have a while loop, do loop. Try to really understand this concept, so that when your foundation is strong, you will create really efficient and beautiful codes. Okay, what I see from experience, when you don't master this basic foundation, you're going to have you have a tendency to what we call have a spaghetti code, meaning that you will try to reinvent the wheel. You will do lots of copy paste codes. So it's not really a good way to understand. I mean, to create coding if you just cut paste without understanding what it's trying to do lah. So make sure you really understand this foundation lah. Alright, so that's all for me. Thank you for watching. I think that's about it. And okay, bye bye. Thanks for watching.